The Fargo Five. I'm Conrad Fargo. This is the show where we find all about real people who really live in the real city of Fargo. And we've got all kinds of exciting things going on. We talk about what's fun and interesting. We've got Ronda Gilberts and Evans from Full Circle Open Mic at Black Coffee and Waffles Bar. This is going to be hello, Ronda.
Hi.
You're on mic. You're there. And then we're going to talk. This is the Fargo Fresh segment. So this is the segment where we talk about what's new, what's different, what's exciting and coming up. Yeah. And that's why we were talking on the air. We were continuing talking about this open mic.
Yeah.
And how it's a little different.
It is.
And it's kind of a newer kind of a thing. And I was like, you know what? Let's pause the break. And why don't you tell us about this? Because I kind of had the idea. I said, why don't you expand it and make it into kind of like karaoke? And you're like 3 steps ahead of you, Conrad.
Yeah, the kids that are younger than me that know how to run phones and my husband who runs electronics, they bring their own material, their own song, and they might
they just
sing
grab a
along.
YouTube. They just grab a YouTube karaoke.
Just pull it up. They tell my husband, "Here, Brian, pull it up," and it's
And he jacks it into the headphone jack on their phone.
into the PA. Yep.
That's
and
amazing.
It is amazing. It is. I think that's the coolest thing. But there are a lot of things that are different. We're free. We encourage people to bring work that's in development and try it out. I just want all of the artists that do lyrical content to kind of join forces as artists in Fargo, Moorhead, and have more of a sense of community so we can go out there and support each other for the paid gigs.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at.
This is such a good idea. This is just come hang out, share yourself, whatever it is you have.
Yep.
And again, because I think most people think open mic, they think comedy, which I'm sure there's some of that.
We have some.
But you could give up and just give your... I mean, my daughter's always talking about how life is actually just a book that somebody's writing. She's 5.
Whoa, that's the deepest ever.
Get up and just share that, 5-year-old, right?
Right. And you know what? We've had like a 7-year-old get up and speak her truth. And it just gives me chills now because all I could say was that's the bravest thing you could ever do is even stand up in front of 20 people and say some stuff. That's scary.
Well, just from a marketing workshop standpoint here, I almost wonder if open mic is the right thing to call it. It's more like share your story, share yourself.
It's a storytelling experience, more like.
Yeah.
And when I first put it out there, I was like, hey, come and just do whatever it is you do to verbally convey your experience.
That is so different. I mean, that's not, because I think you almost get pigeonholed with the term open mic. Now, of course, it also has the term full circle. So was it like this with the previous person as well? They had it similar to this?
I have no idea.
Or you have no idea. So
I never attended one of that person's events.
What's the meaning of the full circle term? Where does that come in? Where does that come from?
Just the idea that we're trying to create an inclusive environment for performers and to join forces with audience members to make it a united front, because you don't get anything as a performer if your audience is not participating. You get nothing. It's just empty words. You know what you said already. You know what I mean? You know what you mean already. And so to share that with another person becomes a conversation.
That's beautiful. It's a beautiful sentiment. I think it's very cool. Gosh. You know who my biggest fan is of this show?
Who's that?
It's my wife.
All right.
Because I force her to listen.
Yeah.
She's on the couch right now watching me
Shout out to the wife.
Talk about her and force her to listen.
Yay.
But then we talk about all the things that are going on, and this would be pretty cool.
Yeah, and bring your kids. I'm really serious about that. If they want to sing the Little Mermaid song, they sure can.
Well, that's the problem with my 5-year-old is she is very much like her father. She likes to be the center of attention. So you better watch out on that. Do you have a hook? Do you have a time limit on people? Like if they
we ask that they keep it to pieces, 3 pieces of music, 3 pieces of poetry, whatever it is, and like no soliloquies, unless you're gonna like kind of get pre-warn us about that, because some people might need to go outside or whatever.
So some people will get on for like 15 minutes.
They have hopped on for that long, sure, but what I like try to do is keep it to like 5 to 8 minutes. Then if we go through everybody who's signed up, then hop on again.
Have you ever had to hook somebody off? Have you ever had? Do you have a big hook?
I did one time, and it was
hook?
the man. It was Darian. Hi, Darian. Yeah. Actually, she started her 4th piece, and I said, you know what? Let's hold off on that until the next. And then she had time to hop on again. I like to make sure everybody says what they came to say.
Oh man, I want to go have some black coffee now.
Yeah, right.
I love coffee. I get coffee all the time. Next time I get coffee or something, I'm going black coffee and waffles.
Yeah.
It's decided. Okay, last part of this segment before we move on. You know, it's already 40 after. Can you believe we've been doing this for 40 minutes?
Really?
The time, it flies.
Okay.
Flies. Last part of the segment is to go through. So I'm a content producer. I'm on YouTube. If you're still listening, hit the subscribe button. Come on. Hit subscribe, please. I just want to see that number go up. I've got 109 subsubscribers.
Whoa.
So that's good. Yeah, I know.
Let's go.
Yeah, so let's get it to 110. You can bring me there. Come on. Please hit that button. And then being a content creator, they give me access to the back end.
Yeah.
And so what I can see is people are out there searching for things.
Yeah.
And what they tell me is, when are people searching for things, not finding a video and going away? Because they don't want them to go away. They want them to stay, right? So they share that data with me. And so I can search what they're searching. So I can type in open mic.
Okay.
And so now I know. So first off, usually, so they categorize them as high, medium, and low. Mm-hmm. High means that there's a lot of people searching for these terms and not coming up with anything. Oh. Usually the content landscape is saturated. Mm-hmm. Usually it's mediums and lows if I'm lucky. When I typed in when I typed in open mic, I got a 1.5 pages of high unreturned results. So what that tells me is people are going to the YouTubes. Yeah. Maybe that's how you came here. You're on the YouTube searching for open mic and you found this.
Hey.
So they want the word open mic in their YouTube results.
And we want everyone to come.
But so you should be recording it and putting it on YouTube.
I know.
So that's number one. But then, so here's the things that they're typing with open mic, okay? So this is the top one was Genius Open Mic. Oh. And then number 2 is Open Mic Genius. Do you have any idea what that's about? Why Genius?
I have no idea. Do you know what? I am like the only YouTube I watch is my grandson, who's 10, has a YouTube channel.
Oh,
and
really?
he had 10,000 views the other day.
Oh, my goodness.
That's my actual thrill in life, is my grandkids. And I got a pile of them.
That's impressive. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, having grandkids, I think that's, if I had any beliefs in life, having kids is pretty great.
Yeah. Isn't it awesome?
People making more people.
Yeah.
I like it. I'm in favor. I'm in favor of humanity. I try not to get political on the show.
Yeah.
I like human beings. That's my. I will take that stand. Humans are pretty great.
Yeah.
There's a few things.
There are a few human beings who could use some work. They're just works in progress. That's all they are.
So we've got Genius Open Mic Genius, Brandy Rhodes. I don't even know who that is.
I don't know what that is.
But then coming in with number 4 with the bullet, Open Mic Live Performance.
Okay.
People are looking for live streams.
On that.
You should, if you were to put an open mic live stream on there, I'll bet you'd get viewers. I think that'd be the one thing on YouTube. And then this was the weird one. This was still high, but at the bottom of the high list, L Open Mic. A lot of people in Espanol maybe typing it.
That
EL,
kind of
like L, like
EL.
L Open Mic.
Okay.
So that's so I don't know. Do you get? Probably mostly all English speakers at your open mics.
Yeah, but you know what? I had a family come in. It was a mom and 2 tweens, little girls, and they came in and they just killed it, and they did some Spanish. So I don't know how much Spanish they speak, but I'm going to check it out.
Well, and you say you want to get weird with it. My family could come in and we could just do it all in Japanese. Nobody would know a word what we're saying.
Which would be-
でも日本語で喋ったらみんながわかんないと思うけどさ。
It's music to me.
Yeah, it'd be fun.
Foreign language is music to my ears. I don't know what you said, but it's just amazing.
All right, so we are going to move fastly into our next segment, which is Fargo Frequently
Okay.
Asked Questions. So don't go nowhere.